Actor and musician Jussie Smollett from the hit show Empire was attacked and beaten.
They were yelling MAGA country.
Put a noose around somebody?
Well wishes for Smollett continue to pour in.
They are looking for two suspects who were apparently wearing Make America Great Again hats.
There are real hate crimes that happen in this country.
This is America in 2019.
You people fan the flames of racism to sell this tension.
Which tweet? What tweet?
About saying that it is a modern day lynching that,
sorry.
Yes.
How about you do your job and go find the facts so we can actually have a rational, honest dialogue in this country? Oh wait, that doesn't help you sell ad space though. This is sad, man. You want this division. You need the hate. You need a villain.
You know, as I look out into the crowd, I just wish that the families of gun violence in this city got this much attention, because that's who really deserves the amount of attention that we're giving to this particular incident.
And that must be the way you cowards in the media want it. What's going on, folks? Colion Noir here. I just want to kind of leave you guys with a couple of thoughts of my own after watching that video. And I've been doing what I do as a Second Amendment advocate for about 12 years now. And I've been exposed to the media in a way that most people haven't been, because I follow it closely, I watch it closely, and I watch the way that they handled this particular situation with Jussie. And off the top, I have to say, what he did was not only incredibly insulting, especially in the way that he exploited the history of black people in this country and used it on such an unbelievably selfish level. But I also watched the way that the media reacted to it without even questioning it, simply because it satisfied and filled their agenda. We are in a very dangerous time right now where we live in a world where everyone is looking to confirm their inherent bias. And not only that, you have a media that's ready and willing to exploit that desire to confirm bias, which further creates a divide in this country. I could speak for myself in saying that I want to live in a country where I can live with different people and be able to live with different people peacefully. And I also know that there are other people out there who love the idea of tension, division, and hate and fueling that flame. But I'm also a person who grew up in a generation where I expected to be able to get objective information from the media. And right now, I'm not getting that. We live in the times now where the media is more concerned with fueling their agenda by jumping on anything that looks like they can create some type of division instead of just presenting the facts so that we, the people, can sit, gather the facts, and then have a conversation about it. The only way we're ever going to be able to get rid of hate and the divisiveness in this country is if we're able to have a conversation about it with objective facts. But what I saw in this particular case was a media all but willing and ready to pounce on a story that hadn't been verified further than 30 seconds before they used it to create even a further divide in this country. And they've been doing this for years now, and we've been letting them get away with it. And it's now to the point where no one knows where to go to get reliable information anymore. So now what you're watching is a bunch of people who jumped on this bandwagon and are now backpedaling because they realized that it was all a hoax. And here we are in 2019. The state of 2019 is we don't have a place to get reliable information. Instead of talking about the people in Chicago who are dealing with an insurmountable level of violence that happens on a daily basis, that's honestly at a point now where we don't even talk about it anymore. Before, we just didn't really give too much attention to it, but now we don't even really talk about it anymore. We just accept it for what it is. But then something like this happens and we can't stop talking about it, only to realize that at the end of it, it was completely and utterly fake. But then when we go and we do shows like Noir, like my show, where we actually go into Chicago and talk about the people who are victims of said violence that happens on a day-to-day basis as a result of the state of conditions that they're in, the news doesn't talk about that. We don't hear anything about that. We don't hear 24-hour, 7 days a week coverage of it. No, we hear nothing. We hear crickets, unless it serves their agenda, which is to create a reason to either ban guns or to say that, oh, we need to create more division between this group of people and this group of people. Other than that, if it doesn't facilitate that, they don't talk about it. And then when you have organizations that go out and try to get to the bottom of issues that are incredibly important, they ignore it. That is the state of America in 2019. And we've got to stop that. And we've got to stop allowing these politicians to jump on board and utilize and exploit stories like this to facilitate their own agenda. And we need to hold them accountable. And I'm going to continue to try to hold them accountable with my show. And I expect everybody else who watches this to do the same. Because if we continue down the road where we're going, it's going to be ugly.